Hello everyone, happy Thursday. Welcome back to our fourth strength session for the Samsung Turkey Trot. So today's workout is going to be repeating last Thursday's workout with a couple changes to the repetitions, and we might have a little bonus core exercise at the end. So to get warmed up, or going over quickly what equipment I'm going to use if you haven't done this class before, is I've got my yoga mat. I'm also going to use a mini band to warm up, and I'm also going to use my kettlebells as weights. If you have dumbbells, that's also fine. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to get my mini band from here. All right. So I'm just going to put this around my ankles. I'm going to fix this. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is just forward and backwards walk. We're bending our knees, so I'm dropping my hips down. I'm going to maintain the tightness in this band. I'm going to go back. See if I disappear. Stop there. And forward. I'm going to do this twice just because I run out of space. And forward. All right, real quick, I'm going to do bent leg lateral walks. So I'm sinking my hips down, keeping the band tight. Here I go to the right. And back. All right, this time I'm going to do straight leg. So now I'm still picking my feet up, putting them where I want to go. Trying to keep my hips level. Ooh. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, last week I did the standing hip flexor. Now I'm going to do it laying down. So I'm just going to bring my mat a little bit closer. How I do this one is I just move the band down around my feet, and I can lay on my back, and I'm just going to move one leg straight as the other one's holding 90 degrees. And we're going to do 5 each side. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Now I'm going to get into a kneeling position. I'm going to put the band around my wrists. I'm going to move my wrists further apart, and I'm just going to lift my hands up towards the ceiling. Try not to let that band get loose. So I'm going to do 10 of these. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's do some shoulder exercises. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down on my side, and instead of our sweeps that we did last week, I'm just going to do a full rotation. So my bottom arm is holding my knees down on the floor, top arm palm facing the ceiling. All I'm going to do is lift up and back. And I'm going to go as far as I can until my knees leave the ground or start feeling like my hips are rotating with me, and bring it back. You can put a foam roller on the other side to see if that is your benchmark, and slowly take it away. Got 2 more. Last one. Sweet. All right, we're just gonna switch sides. So now I'm down on my left side, holding my knees down onto the ground, and I'm just going to rotate across. That's 1, 2, 3, 2 more, 4, last one, and 5. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is our knee hug to single leg RDL. I'm gonna also throw in a reverse lunge after that with overhead reach. So there's kind of quite a few things going on in this one. We're gonna do 5 each side. So how it's gonna start is I'm gonna go knee hug. So I'm bringing my knee up as high as I can. Then I'm gonna open up, reaching my fingers away from my heel. And then I'm just gonna step back into a reverse lunge with overhead reach. And then come back to standing. That's one. Definitely take your time with this one just to get all the movements right. I'm gonna go into my second rep, getting tall. Get my inverted hamstring stretch or single leg RDL. Reaching up, stepping back, looking back as far as I can, and I'm up. I'm gonna do my third rep. Whoop. That's 3. Almost didn't get that one. Definitely get that little pause when you do your RDL, just to make sure that you can stay stable. We've got one more on this side, and then we're gonna switch. Getting tall, pushing our hands away from our heels, and then reaching back. Nice. All right, switching sides. Starting with that knee hug. Tall, tall, tall. Reach away. Ooh, come on, Katie. Stepping back. That's 1. That's 2. Awkward silence. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. That's 3. We got 2 more. Knee hug to RDL to reverse lunge with overhead reach. Woo! Last one. Maybe. There you go. All right. That felt like a marathon, but that one's good. Feeling good. I definitely needed that extension in my back. Been sitting in my computer for a little bit today, so that feels good. We're gonna go push-up position wise. So we did this one last time, where you're gonna be in your push-up position, and all you're doing, pointing your thumb up towards the ceiling, reaching out. And we're trying to minimize as much movement from our hips as we can. We want to do 5 each side. That's 3, 4, last one, 5, and 5. All right. Feeling good. So first block we've got is gonna be our goblet squat with our windmills and our bent rows. So I'm just gonna do one more mobility exercise that I just realized I left out. We're gonna do a toe touch progression, and this one's always good to do before you do any sort of squatting movement. So just real quick, we're gonna do 5 total rounds or repetitions. We're gonna get into kind of a wider base that you would for squatting, whatever you're comfortable in. And so first thing, you're just gonna put your hands up over your head. You're gonna squat as low as you can. Bring your hands down inside your elbows. You can grab onto your toes to bring your chest up a little bit more. And then you're gonna rotate to the right, looking up where your finger is going. Bring it down. Reach up to the left, down. Bring your arms up. And now see how well you can stand up, keeping your arms next to your ears. That's 1. We got 4 more left. So I'm squatting as low as I can get. Pulling my toes to get my chest down. Rotate right, rotate left, arms up, stand up. I'm gonna do rep 3, squat squatting down, pulling my chest up, rotate right, rotate left. Don't slap a bike. That would hurt my fingers more than the bike. Here we go. 4, right, left, up. Last one. Right, left, arms up, and stand up. All right, now I feel like I'm ready to do some squats today. Just feeling a little extra stiff, so just get a couple more movement, warm-up exercise. Words are hard right now. Warm-up exercises, and then we can get right into our first block. So last week, we did our 20-second hold plus 5 reps. We're gonna do the same thing, except we're increasing the amount of time we're holding for. We're still gonna do the 5 reps. So we're gonna do a 30-second hold, and then we're gonna do our windmills, and our bent row has also stayed the same. So it's a 30-second hold here, and then plus 5. And just like I said last time, if you have 2 weights, you can do them both. If you wanna do single arm for a little bit extra stability work, you can do that too. I'm gonna do both arms today. So with our squat, we'll go ahead and get started. So you can choose your weight. Any household item will work for this one, since we don't actually need the handle for any reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold this. I'm gonna try not to speed count to 30. Here we go. Ready, set, and we're down. And remember, you don't wanna sit at the bottom and hang out here. You at least want a little bit of tension, or a lot of tension, in your squat for the 30. I think that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 5 squats. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice job. So we could set that off to the side. You can go heavier in the next set if you want to. So now we're gonna go into our windmills. So I'll show you the couple progressions we did last time. If you haven't done this one before, you can get in a half kneeling position. The knee that's bent is gonna have the weight in that arm straight up above you. You're gonna look at the weight, and then you're gonna move your hips back so you can touch the floor while looking up at the kettlebell, and then rotate, so now you're pulling your hip to face forward with your shoulders and your knee. The next progression is to just stand up. We've got 60 side. I'm gonna go ahead and do the standing version. So I'm gonna start on my left. My left arm is straight. I'm gonna point my toes a little bit to the right. And now I'm just gonna guide my hand down my right side, pushing my hips back. And depending on how you feel, you can either stop at your knee, your mid shin, or at your ankle. And then rotating to get back up, facing forward. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Switch sides. So I've got the weight in my right hand. I'm gonna move my feet a little bit to the right, and I'm gonna reach to my left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Awesome. So now, last exercise is we're gonna do our 30-second bent row hold plus 5 reps. So I'm gonna grab my additional weight, and the goal here is that we wanna keep our hips back and chest down. So as it gets heavier, we start to stand up, we don't want that. We want to keep that strong tabletop from our shoulders to our hips, keeping our elbows close to our side. All right. Ready, set, 30 seconds. Here we go. We're up. That's halfway. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. That's round 1. You can shake it off, grab some water. We're going to go into our next set. We've got a 30-second squat hold. So I think I'm going to go up and wait on this one. And then I'm going to retie my shoe because safety first. Okay. Oh god, that's super awkward. All right, here we go. Round 2. We got 30 seconds. Ready, set, and down. That's halfway. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 5 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 5. Nice job. All right. Things to think about when you're in your isometric squat is we kind of want to let our hips tuck under to kind of give our glutes a break. If they get a little bit tired, just remember you want to engage that whole time. You can stand up a little bit to make it easier, but try to keep that same amount of tension throughout the 30 seconds. Okay, we've got our windmills, 6 each side. All right, doing my right side. Two more. 5 and 6. All right, straight into our rows. 30 seconds and then 5 rows. Here we go. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, and we're up. That flat tabletop, like you're pulling up from your elbows. That's halfway. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice job. I'm going to grab some more water and then we'll knock out our 3rd round. I remembered my water today. So exciting. And I made sure there were no baby spiders in my garage. So much progress. Okay, we've got our last set. 30-second hold plus 5 reps. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, and we're down. Halfway. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Woo! All right, can get this guy out of the way. All right, so we're on our last set of our windmills. Here we go, starting with my left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 more, 5, and 6. All right, last one on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last one, and 6. All right, let's get ready for our last set of isometric row holds plus 5 rows. Here we go, 30 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and we're up. That's 10. Halfway. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! All right, block 1 is done. I'm gonna grab some more water. Move these out of the way. Okay, so the next block we've got is going to be our 3 exercises. We've got our seated glute ham raise, still 5 repetitions. We've got our half kneeling rotations with a kettlebell, and we've got our kneeling vertical press. So for the seated glute hamstring, since we're keeping the reps the same, we now want to see if we can add a little bit of weight here or control our tempo. So a couple options. A is either going to be grabbing a little bit of resistance, and it doesn't have to be a huge jump because you'll definitely notice any additional weight for this one if you went body weight last week. So setting up, my knees are shoulder width apart, my feet, the top of my feet are flat on the ground, and all I'm doing is leading with my hips all the way as far back as I can, and then pressing myself up. If I'm holding a weight, I want to keep it near my chest because that's where the weight is going to the back. So things to keep track of, if you have a mirror or if someone's watching you do this, make sure that you're keeping your shoulders in line with your hips. So you want to be able to lead with your hips and your back before getting up. If you notice your hips are way back and your shoulders aren't moving and you're just kind of doing this exercise, that's a great glute activation, warm up, different exercise. We really want to focus on getting our whole body back, using our glutes and hamstrings to pull ourselves back up. So we've got 5 repetitions there, so we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to go up with my little kettlebell. Last week I didn't do anything, so So I'm gonna try to increase my weight here. 5 reps, here we go. 1, 2, 3, gotta watch. 4, last one. And 5, woo! All right, so those are our glute ham raises. Now we've got our rotation. I'm actually gonna mix this one up a little bit just because it is a rotation exercise. We're just gonna do a different variation. So now I'm gonna grab my medium-sized weight. I'm just gonna hold it behind my wrist, or if it's a dumbbell, just hold it straight up in the air. We're gonna do 5 each side, knees bent to 90. What you're gonna try to do is rotate actually the opposite way of the weight that's in your hand. So if the weight is in my right hand, I'm moving my legs stacked together to the left side and back up. The goal here is I want to try to keep my shoulders both planted on the floor as I let gravity take my legs to the other side. So I'm rotating at my lower back and then switching sides. And I like to rest my hands just on my stomach. So I'm at 90 and now I'm gonna move away. So I'm trying to keep my feet stacked and then bring them back. It's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sweet. So those were our rotation mobility exercise that we're gonna do for that block. So the third exercise is now gonna be our press. So starting this set is gonna be 8, and then the following are gonna be 5 or 6 and 5. So I'll probably start with this guy, both blue ones. So if we're kneeling, then we're just pulling our hips forward. My knees are underneath my hips, and I'm gonna do somewhat of an Arnold press here, trying to finish with the weights. My biceps are right by my ears. So I'm gonna go ahead and get set up. So I'm starting, palms kind of facing me, and then as I press up, palms are gonna be out. I've got my glutes engaged to keep myself from rocking back or forward. Here we go, 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. Whew. All right. So those are our 3 exercises. We're gonna go ahead and get back into our seated glute ham raise. So I'm just gonna move these off to the side here. I'll grab my little kettlebell, and we've got 5 reps. So I'm getting reset. All right. 1, 2, 3, 2 more. 4, knees are moving away. And 5, all right. Getting back into our lying rotations. I'm gonna move this one out of the way. So I'm gonna grab this kettlebell, take it back down. So with my left arm straight, I'm gonna rotate away to my right, keeping my feet stacked. I've got 5 each side. 2, 3, 4, last one, and 5. Switching sides. 1, 3, 4, and 5. All right, now we're on 5 repetitions for our kneeling raise. So last one was 8, we're going up to 5. So if you have the weights that you could press a little bit heavier, you can do that. Or stay the same, totally up to you. We're just going 5 reps. So I guess I'll go up. 6 reps, not 8, or not 5. All right. Whew. Okay, so we're in our kneeling position. I'm gonna try to get set up smoothly. Here we go. My hips are forward. We've got 6 reps. 1, 2, 3, 3 more, 4, 5, 1 more, and 6. Woo! It's a whole different ballgame when it's just your kettlebells. A little bit of extra grip strength. All right, so I'm gonna grab some water and then we're gonna go into our 3rd round. So I've got the same thing, seated glute ham raise with some weight. We're gonna do our rotations and then our last set of 5 reps. All right. So I'm gonna find, here we are. A couple other things to notice when you guys are doing your glute ham raise here. When you reset, if your knees are starting to split a little bit further away from each other, it's totally fine to just reset so you can keep that same tension for each repetition. All right, got my little weight, last 5, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Woo! All right, so we're on our last set of our mobility drill here. So I'm gonna grab my medium weight. I'm gonna press up with my right. Legs are at 90, and I'm gonna rotate to the left, keeping my shoulders planted for 5 reps. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, putting that away. All right, last set of 5 repetitions here. Let's see if I got anything. All right, so I'll do my heavy ones again. I'm not gonna press the heaviest ones I have. That would be ugly. All right, 5 repetitions. Make sure I don't hit anything. Ready, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Woo! All right, grab some water. I'm just gonna move this stuff out of the way so we can get ready for our last block. So I don't think I need these anymore. Sweet. So I'm gonna put my weights away. Oh man, I think it's time to power wash my garage. Oh dear. Getting a little filthy on the floor. All right, so first thing we've got is our 10 reverse crunches. So if you didn't do this workout last week, all you're doing, keeping your back flat on the floor, lifting up, you can drive your hips up a little bit, kind of get some air time, and then control the speed of lowering your hips and your feet back onto the floor. You've got 10 reps there. Our adductor exercise, last week we had a couple different versions that you could do. I had my med ball out. So we're going into a side plank position and tapping your underfoot. Or if you don't have the equipment or just don't want to do it that way, the simple version, get out of here, is going to be bringing your top leg bent, and then you're just going to keep your spine neutral so you can rest your head on your arm, and you're going to drive up. If my left leg is, or my right leg is straight, it's like someone's got a string on my heel and I'm pulling up through there. So I don't want to point my toe at the ceiling, I want to lead through my heel. So we've got those for 8 each side, and then glute march. What I'm actually going to do, instead of the kettlebell overhead, we're going to change up the variation this week of, instead of last week we were just here driving through both heels and the march was just lifting one knee and alternating. Now I'm going to make it each leg elevated. So now you're just going to have your foot or your heel planted on an object, either a stool or a cooler or a med ball if you have one. It doesn't have to be that super high off the ground, and you're just going to use that to press single leg up. So that's also going to be 6 each side. So less talking, we'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to start on our reverse crunches. So I'm back down on the ground. Here we go, 10 reps. 1, 2, nice little voice crack. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. All right, so second exercise is going to be our adductors. I'm going to go ahead and attempt this one. So I just did the side laying last week, so I'm going to try to change my variation this week. Still the same muscle group, but just different variation. And you can either go from your forearm or your hand in your plank position, just making sure your shoulder is right under your wrist to help you stay stable. All right, and if it's a med ball, they roll, so just be ready for it. All right, so my hips up, we got 8 reps. Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Switching sides. I feel like everything just has a fine layer of dust on it at the moment, so definitely got to do some cleaning after this. All right, my hips up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! You can definitely tell which one's your stronger side. And then last one, I'm going to move this over here for my single leg glute bridges. Elevated. I'm going to start on my left side. So my back's flat on the ground. I'm lifting through my right. I'm going to drive through my left heel. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switching sides. And I like to make sure my heel's on the center of the ball, right dead center, so that I'm not worried about it rolling all over the place. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nice job. All right, I'm going to move this just there. We're back into our reverse crunches. All right. So minor adjustments, we're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. All right, bringing this back. 4, oh. You can go ahead and start your adductors. I've got to fix my hair. All right. So I'm in my side plank position. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switching sides. All right, hips up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh no, 7, 8. Just made it. All right. Now I've got our single leg glute bridges, 6 each side. Starting with my right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switching over to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, 6. All right. Last round. This is our 3rd round. Going back to our reverse crunches. So my back's on the ground. I'll make sure I don't kick this. I don't think I'll get my feet up that far. Whoop. Just kidding. 1, 2, 3. Derek, if you're watching this, I'm not kicking your bike. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Starting to build the bubble under my back, making awesome noises. All right. Last round of our adductors. So my foot is stacked. I'm gonna get into my lateral plank position. Maybe, and do 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo. Switch sides. Having a terrible hair day. Won't stay in its tie. That's all right, we're almost done. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, last round of our glute bridges, 6 each side. I'm gonna go ahead and take my hair tie out because it's split. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last one, 6. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last one, 6. Right on. We got through it. Couple technical difficulties, but we got through all 3 rounds. So, like I said in the beginning, we could do a little bonus core work. So, just gonna grab some water and I'll give you guys the details about that. All right, so what I had in mind is gonna be kind of the same sequence as the workout we do. It's just gonna be one extra block. So the first thing is gonna be our plank with kettlebell drag through. So just to give you guys a demo on that before we get started. If you haven't joined any of my classes before, this might be the first time you see this. Otherwise, this has shown up in many programs and workouts back when we were actually on campus. This is one of my favorite anti-rotation exercises. It's super easy to do and you can use literally anything. I just happen to use a kettlebell. So, but I'll keep talking. I have used a resistance band kind of anchored at a low point. The one that I have that has handles, I just use a lighter resistance so I can pull all the way. So you even have resistance at the end of your pull, and then you fight the resistance pulling you back. So that one's pretty neat. I'm just not going to show you today. So getting in position, if you want to be in a push-up position, you're going to reach underneath and pull the kettlebell out. Then you're going to replace your hand, reach the opposite hand under, and pull back. If you feel like you're pulling your hips side to side, then you have a couple options. Well, you have three. Tighten up here, really keep that tension so that nothing else is moving. So just be more aware of that happening. Second thing, if you're still struggling, you can move your feet wider apart so that you have a more stable base. And then the third one is just to lighten up the weight that you're pulling across. So those are your options to perfect this exercise. The second exercise that we're gonna do is a hollow body rock. So hollow body hold, how that usually works is I start feet and hands in the air. I'm gonna pull my shoulders up, and then I'm gonna move my hands back behind my head and keep my feet just above the ground. If that builds up a lot of tension and you start feeling like you're creating an arch in your back more than just your natural one, you can just bring things closer up. So you gotta kind of find that threshold or where you still feel like you're engaged in your core and it's not going straight to your lower back. So just be aware of how you feel in that exercise. The hollow body rock, I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna hit anything. So it's that same startup position, and that usually bring things up just a little bit closer instead of way out here. And you're just gonna lead by rocking your feet, which is gonna pull mostly your shoulders and hips forward. So just like the glute ham raise we did, where you don't wanna break this line from your shoulders and hips, you want it to go back with you. It's the same thing for your hollow body rock. So as the weight of your legs pull you up, you don't necessarily want to just stay on the floor. You want to hold that position. So hopefully that makes sense. And then you can just watch as we get into it. And then the third exercise, we're getting back in a plank position, but a real plank, not a long lever plank. And we're just gonna do side steps. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3 until we get to 10, and then switch sides. So that one should feel fairly easy compared to the others. Super simple exercises. We're just gonna get through 3 pretty quick rounds. Try to take as little break as possible. And yeah, so everything is 6. No, the first 2 exercises are 6, last are 10 each side. Okay, we're almost done. We're gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. Got 6 each side on our plank with pull through. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last one, and 6. All right, we can move that out of the way. We're gonna do 6 hollow body rocks. All right, so I'm gonna set up, shoulders up, arms back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo. And then getting into our plank position. 10 each side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Sorry, shoes. All right, we're back into our plank with pull through. Oop. It's like everything is in the way today. Here we go. Nothing can stop us. 6 each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whew, feeling the burn. This will still be in the way. Put that over there. All right. Hollow body rocks. Back flat on the ground. Feet up, shoulders up, hands up. Move them back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo. Extra challenge if you guys have super tight hamstrings like me. Really make your feet or legs try to stay straight. That's one of the things that I really struggle with in that exercise. It may not look like it, but I am trying to keep my legs straight. Okay, last exercise. We're in our plank position on our forearms. I'm not gonna kick anything. Maybe I'm gonna start to my left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! All right, last round of pull throughs. Get a little bit of moisture in here. I keep the garage door shut just to avoid any noises or distractions. It is a hot box. That's okay. It's better than being cold. All right, here we go. 6 reps. That's 5. And 6. Woo! Move that out of the way really quick. All right, 6 hollow body rocks. We're almost there. Backs on the floor. I'm set up. Legs as straight as I can get them. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last one, 6. Whew. All right, here we go, back in our plank position. I'm gonna start with my right side. Maybe. All right, here we go. My right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! We made it. Okay, cool. That was our Samsung 5K, 10K strength workout with a little bonus core at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like always, it'll be uploaded to the Instagram page and YouTube. All right, I'll see you guys on Tuesday for Technique Tuesday. See ya.